To say our vows and take you into our honeymoon chamber.
In deference to our guests, don't you think that we should wait until after this reception? There is going to be a reception, isn't there?
Another lovely surprise. Will you excuse me for a moment?
Why?
Well, so I can close the door so that we're not interrupted.
Well, don't lock it, because then we might miss our flight to Scotland.
Oh, wouldn't that be a treat?
Call the house. I called just as soon as I read it, and Leanne was so upset, that poor child.
Did you call Tom's office?
I did, but he hadn't come in yet. Well, hi there, darling.
Hi. When is Margot due back?
Sometime this afternoon. I spoke to her this morning, and she and Hal were on their way over to Hal's father's place, so she's going to leave her with my secretary. She's going to get in.
Well, maybe I'll see her at the airport.
Oh, you're going to Scotland? Oh, give Duncan and Shannon my very, very best, please.
You haven't said a word about it.
No, I haven't. About what?
The campus dance last night.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to talk to Leanne. I mean, I waited up for her. Well, I played possum when she came home, and I didn't want her to think that I was waiting up for her. But I didn't see her this morning because she was still in bed when I left.
I see. That means that you haven't read about it, Tom. You don't know any... Honey, please don't lose your temper over this, but our Lucy has done it to us again.
What'd Tom say?
Just not much, except for the fact that Lucinda has finally accepted the fact that Sierra's dead.
Morning, folks.
Hi, Claire.
Claire, my good, you're here already so early? And I don't understand how you do it with everything that you have to do to turn after your father and then your husband and 5 kids
That's
at
because
home.
she is a superwoman, Miss Sister of mine.
No, far from it. It's only since Pa took sick.
No, it's ever since Ma died, and she's looked after him at great personal sacrifice, and that is the truth.
Please, don't make me out some sort of martyr. Good news. Doc Radford left about a half an hour ago after checking Pa over. He can't believe the change. Pa has gotten back his will to live. He hadn't had a drink since you folks left last night.
Was that 14 hours? Must be some sort of a record.
He even took his medicine without a
He
fee.
found out it had alcohol in it.
Oh, it does not, Hallie. Oh, Margot, I'm sure it's because of precious little Adam. It meant so much to him to see his little grandson.
Why don't you go in first and say hello?
Oh, no, y'all go in together. He is looking forward to seeing you. He even gussied himself up for you.
Oh, my goodness. Well, wonders never cease.
Well, there's that little fella. You put him over to the bed.
Well, whoever said it ain't over until the fat lady sings certainly knew what he was talking about.
Well, that's right. They ain't gonna be burying me till I get a chance to know this young'un better. And find out how they could ever be fool enough to ever let you get away, gal.
Tonio, I'm going to do you a big favor.
Oh, really? What's that?
I'm not going to tell Craig or Brock about what you tried to pull on me because they just want to kill you and you're really not worth the trouble.
It's time you and I had a little talk, amigo.
Brought to you today by Improved Ultra Pampers Plus, because healthy skin begins with dry skin.
Something you want to say to me, Craig? Yeah, but sifting through the garbage you've been peddling us.
And what does that mean?
Sim and I met Flora, Sierra's little baby nurse, and she got Sierra's wedding ring from a guard just after Sierra was executed. She passed it on to another patriot who fled the country through connections in the underground with orders to bring that ring to the family to prove that Sierra was dead.
That may be true, Craig, but I prefer to believe what my contacts have told me.
Well, how is it that you only had the ring for a couple of months when Flora sent it well over a year ago?
I don't know. I only passed on what my sources told
we
me.
also found out that Pedro Marquez, Bianca's brother, he was executed too.
But if that's true, Bianca will be heartbroken.
Yeah, well, so are you when you find out that the gravy train's over, buddy. No more money, no more Alpo, and if I ever get serious proof that you used confusion and grief to get what you wanted, next time we won't talk, I'm going to come right for your throat.
Cynthia, get the Earl Mitchell Center on the phone. I want to speak with Bianca Marquez immediately.
So anyway, that's when Hal and I decided that we should probably release each other from our commitment that we made, and so we did. I went back to Tom, and he worked day and night to clear Barbara of the charges against her. Well, it was clear that he just really loved her so much, and I was so happy with Tom. Until I found out I was pregnant. And because of the time element, it was very obvious that the baby was Hal's, not Tom's. I thought that news would destroy my husband, so rather than tell him, I ran.
You don't seem the kind of gal to turn tail on your trouble.
It was a lifetime ago, and it was all too much for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I spent the rest of my pregnancy in Greece, alone. Tom found me just before Adam was born, and I knew I had to tell him the truth. I figured it would probably drive him away, but it didn't. It didn't. He helped me birth Adam and then offered to raise Adam as his own son. I accepted. And we came back to Oakdale, the three of us. Only problem is we couldn't live with the deception. So, we told Hal the truth. And it was Hal that decided that we should leave things as they were, as long as he could play an important role in Adam's life.
Mommy.
And Mommy.
So Adam looks on this here Tom as his father.
Yes. Oh, I wish you could meet Tom. You'd really like him. I love him very much, and he's just a wonderful father to Adam.
Yeah, I feel for him. It's hard to raise a boy and wonder if it's your own.
Tom doesn't wonder. He knows perfectly well that Adam is Hal's child. He just loves Adam as if he were his own.
Blame him.
Oh, you could use this. Harold, you don't mind if Margot uses your one good coffee cup?
You can have anything I got.
Anything.
I gotta get back to my place to do a few chores. I fixed up a place in our old room for Adam to have a nap.
Oh, good idea.
I'd like to show you a few things before I go.
Yeah, and you know what? Why don't I, here, if you,
Okay.
why don't I take Adam with me? Come here.
You be
Come
good,
here.
Paul.
I got your doggy. I got your doggy.
Too, Allie.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
For everything, Claire.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
So, you're feeling better, huh, you know?
That's one fine woman. You know, she told me the whole story. That's a crying shame you can't have your son with you.
Well, it hasn't been easy for any of us, but it's working out.
But I hope you don't think it's going to get any easier. I mean, how long do you think you can stand by seeing another man raise your son?
I will do whatever is best for Adam.
Well then, how long can you pretend you ain't still hankering after his mama?
No, I don't have all the facts, but I guarantee you I will get them. This is not happening at a good time. Yes, I will call you back.
Now,
Tom, there's no reason to think that Duke started this.
There's no reason to think that he probably didn't.
Look, just get the facts before you come down too hard on him, okay?
Oh, what's the candidate doing here? Shouldn't he be out somewhere kissing babies? Look, I was going to tell you about that, and I can explain it.
You want to talk to you over here for a second?
Sure.
Hi.
Hi, Leanne.
What's going on? Well, sweetheart, I think maybe, well, why don't you read this?
Look, some creep at the dance made some crack about Leah not being American, and I didn't mean to start a brawl, but I just can't stand that kind of prejudice, especially when it hurts someone I care about, and I'm sorry if I ruined your campaign.
Well, I don't like that kind of prejudice either. I'm not sure that hitting a bigot in the mouth knocks any sense into their head, but I can understand why you reacted the way you did.
Great, thanks. I just don't tell Leanne about it because, for all she knows, the guy made some crack about my ancestry.
Okay. Let me know if something like this happens again.
Sure.
Excuse me. You were right. There is an explanation, and let's leave it at that.
Father, I'm so sorry. Is this going to hurt your campaign?
Well, sweetie, I don't know. I'm on my way to campaign headquarters, and we're going to figure out how to deal with this thing. Have a good flight.
I will, Mom.
Okay, we'll walk you out. We're on our way to the campus, Duke.
See you, Bob.
See you.
Hi.
Get Mrs. Patowski's chart, please.
Sure. Well, I guess you're glad that Craig is home safely, huh?
Oh, Bob, I can tell you what a relief it is. But you know, Craig seems to be having to grieve for Sierra all over again.
You're looking at me, and you're seeing her, and you want me to replace her, and I can't. I can't until you work through some of this.
Oh, hi, Sally. Yeah, send him on in. Thanks.
Hey, Snyder! What's up?
Well, I hope you're not bringing me bad news because my day has started off very rocky
I
already.
am bringing you good news. I just dropped off Cal and Mom at the airport. They're on the way to Waco. You should have seen them. Just like little kids.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, everything's turning up roses for Mama.
Well, I hope it stays that way. Someone or something could always come along and mess up the best of plans.
What are we talking about here, Craig?
Yes, we are. I went with him to see Tonio today.
You told him?
No, Caleb, I didn't tell him. I'll never forgive Tonio for all the lies he told him about Sierra. I told him Tonio tried to make moves on me and kill him. He's on edge right now, and that's the kind of violence that scares me. And that's the reason why I left Brock. You want some coffee?
Yeah. How come our conversations always end up with Brock?
Well, I guess it's because I'm concerned about him, Caleb. He wants to get rid of his past and start a new life, and I just don't know if that's possible.
How can he, Ellie? They're not going to let him, and even
Caleb,
if they do...
if he truly wants to change, I think he should get a second chance.
Why is this so important to you?
I don't know. I can't explain it. It just is.
I hope you never have this conversation with Craig, because he's going to understand it even less than I do.
Adam is snug as a bug in your old room, and even your father's drifted off. What are you thinking about?
Oh, lots of things. I was thinking about my mother. I was thinking about growing up in the room that Adam's in. I was thinking about how well you and Harold hit it off. Boy.
He's a gruff old bear, but he's okay once you hand it right back to him.
Yeah, well, I was never very good at that. Oh, by the way, I won't be taking you to the airport. I'll be going with you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think Harold's over the hump now. He'll probably live to be 150. And I get back to Barbara and Paul, and besides, the last thing that Harold said to me was that my place was with you and Adam. I'll go see what he wants.
I have known for a long time that there have been feelings between us that go way beyond friendship.
So have I.
Claire. Marco, hi. I can't imagine.
Imagine what?
Imagine what it takes out of you to take care of him all day and then your husband and your kids.
It's nothing more than a lot of folks do.
Yes, it is. Harold's very demanding. A very demanding man, and he doesn't show appreciation at all, and one can learn to resent that, especially when he expects so much of you.
My heavens, Marco, now I don't resent... Oh. I do.
Oh, Claire. He does love you.
I know.
He does. I even think he loves Al. He just... Oh, he doesn't know how to show it, or he's too scared to show it. He just wraps himself up in this cocoon of meanness.
No, he is a mean old man.
He's a mean old man.
Oh, no, I wouldn't mind, really. It's just he drove away so many I loved. We lost Billy to the mine, and Hal run off first chance he got. Then Mama died so young. Pa just keeps on taking. He never gives anything back. Oh, he's my papa. I should not be saying these things about him.
Why? Just because you're a father doesn't give you a license to expect love and give nothing back in return. You know that. And I love my father. Ooh, can I resent him sometimes for some of the stunts he pulls?
Now, you know, I'm really lucky to have Ben and the kids to go home to. He hadn't driven them off yet, thank the Lord. But sometimes it is so hard to go in there and pretend to love what I'm doing.
Don't pretend. Don't pretend. You just give it right back to him.
Oh, I love you.
Margo, Harold wants to say goodbye.
What's the matter?
Nothing. We're having a little girl chat, that's all.
All right, well, Harold wants to say goodbye before he goes back to sleep.
You ready?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
Oh, yeah. God. Don't. You shouldn't. That's too heavy.
When you called, I thought there was news about Pedro.
Then, you haven't heard from Craig or Lucinda yet?
No, I wouldn't expect to hear from them. I don't know them that well.
Yes, and they're both probably preoccupied with their own grief about Sierra. Yes, they believe they have conclusive evidence now that Sierra was executed before the last uprising.
Oh, my. Oh, that must be so painful for them. I've known that since I was giving her ring to bring to them.
I prefer to believe that Sierra was traded as a hostage to James Stenbeck and may still be alive. Information out of Montega now is unreliable. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went to falsified records before they lost power. You should remember that if you hear any news about your brother from other sources.
You're my only source, Senor Tonio. What?
Bianca, come back to the penthouse. You don't have to work. I'll put you in a good school. I'll provide for you.
It's very kind, Senor Tonio, but I'm going to stay here until I hear news about Pedro. And if he's alive, I'm going to go back to Montego.
Then come back to the penthouse until that time.
Would you just trust me? Why don't you believe that Beatrice knows what she's doing? That's all there is to it. She's got the measurements. She built that.
It's just that I do
Sharon, Duncan, I hope you have a pleasant wedding. Bianca, I'll speak with you soon. Excuse me.
Hello.
Hi.
Did you say goodbye to everyone yet?
Well, yeah, we can't find Hey You. Do you know where he is?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
At any rate, I know that you're worried about the center. I just want you to know that Gibbs has everything well in hand and everything
I'm not worried about the
taken
center.
care
I'm
of.
just worried about little teeny tiny things like what I'm going to wear at the wedding and who's going to conduct the ceremony, where we're going to live after we get back to Oakdale, and
Shannon, it's all taken care of. Just trust me.
What else can I do?
Hello?
Hello. Well, hello.
Hello, Lucinda. Craig?
Wow, there's a lot of changes around this place. Nice to see you all. Somebody downstairs said that we would find Bianca Marquez here. Oh, yes, she was here. She went to look for someone. She'll be right back.
We were very sorry that you all didn't get better news in Montega.
Yes. Thank you. By the way, all the money you sent was great help to everyone down there.
I'm just sorry it wasn't in time to save Sierra.
Lucinda, my deepest sympathy to both of you.
Thank you. So, Duncan, when do you leave for Scotland?
Our flight's at 2:30.
Oh, yes. I was just told the wedding is really on. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Could I give you all a wedding present? I mean, would you like to go to Scotland in my jet?
Oh, that would be the most exciting thing. Oh, I think that's just so...
That's very generous, Lucinda.
Do that. Yeah, I really do. Good. How lovely. Maybe that'll just make up for that awful headline in your newspaper.
Oh, no. Do you have a phone up here?
Yeah, right behind you.
All right. Okay, go.
Hi.
I just wanted to tell you one little detail about the dress. I mean, there's something...
I know that Margot is really very upset that she missed you. Your big homecoming and all.
When is she getting back from Kentucky?
Well, I hope very, very soon. I know that Tom wants her back very soon.
You can't leave without some lunch.
It's okay, Harold. We'll eat on the plane.
All that food ain't gonna get it. Claire fixes up some lunch, V.
You said he'd eat on the plane, Pa.
I asked you to fix us some lunch, girl.
I will fix yours after they leave. Don't push me, Pa.
I think I'm going to go and check on Adam.
I think I'll give you a hand, Margot.
Well, what's up with Claire?
You better go easy on her, Harold. You're going to be in big trouble without her, you know.
Oh, get over it.
Well, I'm glad to be leaving you in better shape than I found you.
Yeah. Seeing my grandson, that didn't hurt none. I swear, look, that boy, he don't look like any Carner I ever saw.
Let's not get into
We better, you ought to know. You ought to know, seeing your boy, it just laid to rest any doubts I ever had about your mom being unfaithful.
Well, good. Because I never believed she was, even though, Lord knows, you gave her...
You can't change the past, even if I wanted to. God, I don't know how much time I got left, but maybe I can do better by my son, by my grandson.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
We'll be
on our way non-stop to Edinburgh as soon as my co-pilot finishes stowing your luggage.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much, Captain. I guess that means I can get to the champagne and pass it out here. Well, Lassie, this is your last chance. I won't have you breaking my heart on my native soil.
Well, I have no intention of doing that.
All right, then, let's go. Let's see. Who's going to make the first toast?
Well, I will, by all means. Although my heart is so full, I don't know if I'll be able to get all the words out. To the happiest time in my life, and to a future that couldn't be any brighter. All because of the most spectacular lassie in the world. And although I hate to inject a note of sadness, it's regrettable that your Uncle Earl can't be here to be with us. But we know that he's here in spirit. So, to my bride.
And Uncle Earl could not be happier than I am.
Cheers.
Hello? Senora, I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, darling, it's perfectly all right. Mr. Montgomery was enjoying the view from up here.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry about the news you got from Montega, but I'm just glad that you both returned safely.
Thank you, darling.
We thought about you a great deal while we were there.
Thank you. Can you tell me about Montega? Is it in ruins? Because I do want to go back when the fighting's really over.
I'm afraid, darling, that it's very different. I was shocked. It's going to take many years before your country can build itself again. That's no place for a beautiful young girl like you to be either.
Thank you. But I want to go back. And I want to be a part of the rebuilding, just like Sierra was. And I told Senor Antonio, as soon as I get news of my brother Pedro, I'm going to go back to Montega.
Sit down. Come on, darling. Sit down right there. I'm going to sit next to you. I'm afraid that we had some very sad news about your brother.
It is not the news that I hoped for.
No, I'm afraid it's not. I'm very sorry. We saw his name. His name was right next to Sierra's name on the list of the patriots who were executed in the square near where the mass grave was.
I just hoped.
Oh, darling, I know.
Well, I have mixed feelings about it, Ross. If you are elected, Ross, I hope you have a suggestion about your replacement at the firm. Oh, Tom Hughes? That's a good one. I'll have to talk to you later, Ross. I'm in here, Lucinda. Hey, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Can I help?
Oh, yes, always. Darling. Oh, that poor child. It was very hard having to tell her that, you know. And she's all alone in the world, no brother, nothing. And Craig had to go to the office, so I stayed with her. And I walked around the lake with her, trying, you know, in some way to be of some comfort to her.
Lucinda, you never cease to amaze me.
Well, all the way back in the car, I kept thinking, there must be some way that I could do something for that little girl.
Well, you could always set up a fund for education and security.
Oh, yes, I think a trust fund, that would be very nice. But, darling, what is a trust fund? I mean, what is it? If there's no one who cares about you.
Matthew said I'd find you in here. Ambrose?
Caleb?
Does this mean there's been another telephone call from Lily?
Oh, no, Lucinda, I'm sorry to say there hasn't. I talked to Craig last night. He told me about Sierra. I just wanted to come by and tell you how sorry I was.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I know that you worry as much as I do about Lily, so don't you tell Iva. But I've got Ambrose working on a way to trace her.
Under protest.
Well,
Lucinda, I really wish you wouldn't do that. I talked to Lily myself the last time she called, and if she wanted or needed our help, I'm sure she'd ask.
I quite agree.
Please don't hire anyone to try to find her. I think it would be a big mistake.
thank you so much. I will take that into consideration. Thank you. About Sierra. I really appreciate that. And say hi to your mom, all right?
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Afternoon.
Caleb? Well, I'd say that Caleb's visit was very well timed.
Let's get back to Bianca, darling. All the way back, as I'm sitting in the back of the car, all by myself, I kept seeing that little face. She's very appealing, you know. Very appealing, that child. And she loved Sierra. And And she's all alone. Now, I understand about being alone, darling. And Lily doesn't care about me or have any interest in... It just occurred to me, what do you think, darling? I think a woman like me could do a great deal for a little girl like Bianca. And I want you to look into the possibility of me adopting her.
Well, surely you want to talk it over with John first.
Why? John? What would John have to do with this?
Duke, something has been bothering you ever since we left English class. Huh? What's wrong?
I just keep wondering. I don't know, maybe I'm just fooling myself. Thinking I can go back and get an education after being out of school for so long.
Why do you say that? You're doing great.
You were those kids, when I got up to read in the middle of Shakespeare class? And they're making fun of the way I talk and look.
Okay, what are you going to college for? To impress the other students? I get funny looks all the time. You just ignore them.
Yeah, I mean, you can really ignore them?
Let's not talk about this. Let's go to my place, okay? Get some lunch and study. Sounds good?
All right.
Hi, Tom.
You don't look pleased.
I just got back from the courthouse. Jessica says that Paul's trial could start as early as tomorrow. I know Ross Sturgis will use my disqualifying myself in any way he possibly can. I was hoping that the trial would start after the election.
Have you heard from Monica?
She left word that she and Adam are on their way home now.
Are you picking them up at the airport?
She said not to bother. I assume that means that Hal's coming with them.
Quite a trip for you.
More important than you'll ever know. This one's responsible for a minor miracle. He restored my mother's virtue in Harold's mind. And something happened to Claire. You wouldn't be responsible for that, would you?
Me?
How can I ever thank you?
By taking Adam, he is so heavy.
Not for me, not for me.
There you go. And thank you for the PJ.
You're welcome.
How long can you stand by and see another man raising your son? How long can you pretend you ain't still hankering after his mama?
There you are. Gibbs told me about your brother. I'm sorry. I know how it feels to be alone.
Take it easy.
Good Lord, Lucinda, you should have warned me about those 4 flights of
I know,
stairs.
darling. I sit down and catch your breath. I don't want to lose you. You okay?
Oh.
Hello, darling. This is my dear, 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 dear darling friend who I don't want to ever lose. And my attorney, Mr. Bingham, Ambrose Bingham. This is Bianca Marquez. And hello, who are you?
Well, we call him Hey You.
Oh, hi. Hi, hey, you.
Well, see you later. Yes, yes. Oh, it's a great pleasure to meet you, Bianca.
Thank you, Senor. Is there more news of Montego?
No, darling, nothing like that. No, I've just come because I was at home and I had an idea and I brought my attorney with me so that he can be my credibility, and you know that I'm serious. My house is very empty right now. And I would like you to come and live with me in it.
Oh, to work in your kitchen, Senora?
No, don't, darling, not that at all. What I want, I would like to adopt you, and you adopt me, and you would live in my house, mi casa, su casa, and you would live there as if you were my daughter.
Senora, thank you. I'm so grateful. But I'm not worthy to be your daughter. My mother was a servant to people like you.
Oh, darling, that's another place, another time. This is America. You can be anything that you can be. It's the land of opportunity, and I would like to make it possible for you to grow and to be whatever you want to be, if you let me.
But I don't know what to say, Senora.
Bianca, you need a little time to think it over. Now, I assure you,
Lucinda doesn't want to rush you.
Oh, no. Of course I don't want that. I want you to think, that you help me with my Spanish, which needs it, and you'll brighten my days. So you think about it and then call me.
I will call you, senor.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Okay. All right. Hey. Bye, darling. Come on now. Going down is harder, so I'll go first in case you fall.
Well,
Come on.
here, take one.
Adios mío.
I was out on the landing. I couldn't help overhearing.
Well, I feel like if I'm dreaming or...
Not. You'd be crazy to turn her down.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Sometimes I feel like I'm a lucky guy, you know?
Just remember that when you start complaining about all the work you have and how the other students react to you.
I know that. So I just get a little carried away. That's the way I am, you know? And sometimes my feelings get carried away. And like now, just lying here watching you. Just get these feelings that are really hard to control. Don't you ever feel that way?
Sometimes.
How do you handle it?
I think about equations. You should be thinking about Shakespeare. Hey?
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it that monstrous player here?
Hi, Father.
Passion transcends of... Oh, hi, Mr. Hughes. Wow. Huh. Usually not at home, sir, or they're early during the day, huh?
Yeah, I had to prepare a speech for the last rally this weekend.
Yeah, actually, well, we gotta get going back to campus.
Yeah, we have a 3 o'clock class.
It's an odd place for Shakespeare, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just new math. No.
That was the quietest lunch we've ever had.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer. I've just got a lot on my mind right now.
Look, you couldn't ever be a downer. Look, would you do me like an enormously huge favor?
Mm-hmm.
Since you were so quiet at lunch, why don't we continue a quiet evening at home, just you and me, Bryant, grill a couple of steaks, some nice wine?
Yeah,
you never
that
know.
sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And someday I hope I get the chance to show you just how wonderful you are.
Craig, don't create illusions about me. I'm not that special. Made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I'm probably going to make more.
Yeah, well, so have I. So, what do you say we just make the mistakes together? Deal?
Yeah, that's a deal.
Okay. We gotta get back to work. Look, I'll pick you up later. We'll drop by Mama's, pick up Bryant. See you later.
See you later. Ellie Snyder. Brock! Where are you? What's the matter?
No. You know something? That sunset is really just too romantic to waste. I'm going to go up front and see those cute pilots. Maybe they'd like to teach me to fly.
Well, don't go too far, okay? We want to get there.
Keep us on course. Can you believe this is finally happening?
I was just thinking about your proposal in the little cemetery and how you were saying that life is too wonderful to spend alone if you're lucky enough to find someone that you want to share it with. I think you're so right.
Every moment with you is a precious gift.
Bianca Marquez.
Bianca, would you like some soda or some coffee?
I'm not going to be staying long.
Thank you, Cynthia. Come sit by the fire. Have You reconsidered my offer to come stay with me?
No. I wanted to tell you that I won't be accepting your offer.
I think that's a mistake, Bianca. There's a lot I could do to help you. We could even go to Montega together to try to look for your brother soon.
Pedro's dead, Senor Tonio. I already know that.
What makes you say that?
Senora Dixon and Senor Montgomery came to the castle, and they told me. They saw his name on the list of executed prisoners in the town.
Bianca, I told you can't trust any information coming out of Montego right now.
I trust them, and I knew all along that Pedro was dead. I think I knew it in my heart, but I don't know why you told me otherwise.
I told you what I learned from my contacts.
I've always thought of you as a hero. I don't want to spoil that feeling.
Then why have you come here now?
Because I wanted to tell you that Senora Dixon wants to adopt me. I think it's a very generous offer and a very fine opportunity for me.
And you know where you are? You are home again, safe and sound. Door to door. Here you go. Here you go. I have something to say.
Oh, please, don't apologize or thank me anymore, Mr.
No,
Munson.
that's not it.
I think you're right. There is a bond between us that Tom and Barbara have got to sense. I was thinking about it all the way home on the plane with Adam sitting on my lap and you sleeping on my shoulder. And I was wondering how long we can go on pretending it's not there, trying to hide it, especially when this guy is the living proof of it.
I never said it was going to be easy, but I don't think hiding or pretending is the answer. We just have to keep our feelings in check.
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated being in love with two people at the same time.
Our marriages to Tom and to Barbara are very important to us. We just have our work cut out for us, that's all. Why don't you go see Barbara, and I'll do what I have to do, and I'll see you at the station. And our work begins the next time we see each other.